Welcome back to Kiss My Badge, another episode of our special covering the Euro 2020. Actually not covering, concluding Euro 2020. Yes. What a finale.
Campione!
Yes, congratulations to Italy for being the champions of Euro 2020.
Congrats
as me. He has just treated us pizza. Fantastic.
No pineapple.
No pineapple.
No
Yes,
pineapple
that's
pizza.
why. Maybe Saka likes pineapple. That's why he cannot drag by Chiellini. No pineapple na Saka.
Yeah.
But
No
really,
MC also, we all went to work.
Yeah. That's why now we are paying for the price. But yes, congratulations to Italy and Italian fans all over the world.
Yeah. For most of you who have watched it, we went into extra time, 1-1 at full time.
They
extra
fell.
time,
They fell
penalties.
to a goal.
Early goal,
very early and very nice goal actually.
Let's go from Luke Shaw.
Yes, from Luke Shaw,
Yeah.
who is actually perhaps England's most consistent player of the tournament.
I think England started off really well. They played with back three, and then with two wing backs.
Wingbacks.
And a good change for Southgate. He added in Trippier
And Mason Mount.
and Mason Mount.
Yeah.
So that for the first like 10-15 minutes, England was really
attacking
playing with
Italy's goal,
gusto
man.
and playing attacking football. That's why they got that early goal.
They were like Italy.
Yeah.
Italy was like
They were
England.
Italy looked lost.
Yeah.
James Lee, England. Maybe England for the first half.
First half lah.
First half of the first half. Maybe.
Yeah, congratulations
First half,
to England.
First half of the first half.
Congratulations to England for winning the best performance for the first 20 minutes. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even they scored first. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because they scored really early, right? So Italy has a lot of time to get back into
that's
the
the
game.
thing. That's the thing. And you can see that after that the tactics change. I don't know what they were doing. They became defensive.
Yeah, but
England.
even
England,
then, even after the first 20 minutes, right, 20 minutes onwards, Italy was still going nowhere,
Yeah.
because the players that England have were still somewhat somehow in control of the game.
The defense, all
Yeah,
that, the midfield, they
exactly.
actually get the best of the balls actually for England. But then again, you can see that Italy is slowly gaining confidence.
Yeah.
Their passes
Especially
reach each other and all that.
Especially after half time when Mancini changed the tactics a bit.
Actually, for a moment, right, for the first 10-15 minutes, right, I actually thought England would win it.
Yes, that's the thing.
The
I
way they
also
play.
thought-
Yeah,
Even
the way
after
they
the
play,
first goal,
yeah.
even after the first goal, right?
Yeah,
I think
man.
James also think that way.
Yeah, James. That's why I say congratulations, First 20 minutes. Champion for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, if the match was played for 20 minutes, England will win. Already.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's the thing. That this is the thing that we are looking at England team. They can play this well, but they didn't.
Yeah. Then after they let one goal, somehow they just became defensive.
Yes, they became defensive.
But no,
they were sitting back.
all credits to Italy as well. They kind of settled down into the game. And they kind of like, okay, England is playing this way, we know how to adapt. Like we said before, I think Italy players are really smart.
He's smart.
Yeah.
And at halftime, like you say, right, what did Mancini do?
I think Mancini, I think he took out. He didn't take out anybody. I think he just. I think he took out.
He took out your greatest striker.
He took out Immobile.
Yeah.
And replaced him with Berardi.
Yes.
Brady.
And he moved Insigne to the center.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it becomes a very fluid front three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
that
like
really
false
It's
nine.
more narrow.
Yeah.
It's more narrow. They were playing a bit more narrow.
Berardi, Chiesa, and Insigne interchange their positions.
Yeah.
But
To
James
confuse
says
the defenders lah.
England went flat second half. You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I
They
think
were
it's-
tired, they got tired,
No,
is it?
I think the flat. I think it means their performance is flat lah.
Yeah, it's not the defense.
It's not the energy that is flat. I think because of Mancini's tweak in the tactics, bringing in Berardi in place of Immobile instead of an out and out striker, he uses a very fluid front three, a false nine, like how Spain played against Italy. So that pulled out the defenders.
It's to me it's like Italy was never looking, even though the England team is actually controlling the game, right? Italy was never taking it as a defeat. They were not like sitting back or looking lost for long. After like 10 minutes after England was actually getting tackles, they are foraging forward and all that. But the Italian defense still maintain their structure. The attack is still trying to win the balls and all that. And after that, when England starts to sit back a bit, you can see the Italian teams was like, okay, calm down, let's do this again. Let's regroup and do this again. And you can see they were not looking to sit back and just doing anything. There's so much time for them, and the players are smart enough to adapt to the England team. The England team, I think, their defense was actually quite solid. I would say,
Their back four is quite solid, right?
It's actually technically a back five,
James say that Mount shouldn't play and Saka should have started.
Mount shouldn't play, but I think Mount was actually a bright spark.
Exactly.
In the England team, he was a bright spark. In that England team,
I think he's the one who was always like pushing up with Kane.
He
Kane was actually nowhere to be found.
Yes,
that's the statistic on Kane, right?
Yeah, he didn't have any shots actually.
The whole game,
except for the through ball to Trippier. Trippier who crossed the ball to Shaw and led to the goal. That's the only significant contribution for Kane.
Kane was actually quite lost the whole game. I think he was sitting a bit deep. He was sitting a bit deep actually.
But I think James, besides Saka, Foden and Sancho, right? I would have put in Sancho.
Earlier,
if let's say Mount is not in the picture, right? If James saying that Saka should be in, right? Between the three, right? Saka has had the skills, but he has never had that penetration. Among the three, and Foden with his white hair, I think he's more image conscious than trying to play ball. He's trying to be glamorous. He wants to be the pretty boy.
Every England team should got one pretty boy.
So he wants to be that. So I think Sancho would have been the better choice in first 11.
I think if England have pushed the initiative, right, to go continue attacking,
get the second goal.
Yes, exactly. Then they would
could have been different.
They would have won it.
They would have won it.
Correct.
They put Sancho on the right and with
Rashford, example.
Sterling on the left. Sterling is still fine. He's still there.
Sterling is
and then with the attacking wing backs.
James say, but Sterling was missing. No, Sterling was not missing. He was acting as if he was in the Denmark game. But referee saw that. Referee saw that episode.
I think
saw the episode, so they know.
Chiellini ran after him during halftime and say, stop diving.
He went to talk to him.
Talk to Sterling.
That was I was thinking.
Cut out that stuff.
I was thinking this guy going to punch him or what. And even I think halftime, right? Chiesa was drinking water, and then Mancini also talked to Chiesa. I was like, like father and son. These two. Seriously, it was fun to see the way that they're interacting and all that.
I think if I remember correctly, Mancini played with Chiesa's father last time at Sampdoria, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I think your friend,
technically he's like his other father lah. Technically,
He was trying to talk back to Mancini some more. It was like very fun. But when you see this interaction, right, you see that they are still fighting. Italy is still fighting. So I was actually not really concerned of more to how England can get a second goal, but I was concerned of more like Italy definitely can get a goal. It's not England. England doesn't look like scoring by the end of the first half because Italy was actually starting to take control already. They were looking more dangerous.
Every time Chiesa get the ball, he just tried to go one-on-one and then try to shoot at goal.
They were looking more dangerous, and it was a matter of time. I was thinking like this one Italy confirm score lah.
But too bad that Chiesa kind of got injured in the 60th, roughly the 60th minute.
And then Stones was like, don't play act lah. Actually, he's still injured.
They spray thing on his ankle.
They took him out lah. He was actually the bright spot.
He was bright spot.
Because I was quite worried when Chiesa got injured because he was like the life wire of the team. If anybody was going to score, it was probably going to be him, So I was worried. Took out Chiesa and then bring in like Bernardeschi. Is like a bit. He's a slower player than Chiesa, obviously.
And he may not be the one that trying all these runs, because running is a risk.
Yes, but the thing is, Chiesa is like I said in the stats, he's actually the person who actually had the most stats to bring the ball in towards the opponent's goal, and it's quite successful. And he takes shots and he make passes and all that. The highest amongst all players of the tournament. So even especially in the final game.
I think because he's still quite young, right? He's only got 23, 24. He dares to take on players. He dares to shoot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What about the equalizer? He was kind of frantic.
It was. It's more frantic of England rather than Italy actually. Because
sure?
Italy was England was defending frantically, and Italy capitalized.
But it was a good save by Pickford to prevent the ball from going to the net at first.
Then Bonucci was faster.
But because luck, I mean the ball hit the post and then rebounded out, and Bonucci was there.
He was
there
there faster to react. He just rammed the ball, go in. So it's like a payback lah. You know, the ball rebound after Kasper Schmeichel save to Kane. So now the ball rebound to Bonucci. So payback ni.
But the goal was coming lah.
That's the thing. But that's the thing.
You can see that, right?
You can see it's just a matter of
Italy has
time.
been playing calm.
It's a matter of time that they will get a goal. It was like obviously, if not during that frantic corner, it will be through open play. It's a matter of time that they will actually equalize.
I would have loved if they had finished it in 90 minutes lah.
Same lah. Same lah. This time from the semi-finals, how many extra time ini?
No, I think because Italy don't have the players to run around and get into the box to score goals after all the substitutions, you see. So I think there's like, okay, never mind, we just relax a little bit, but we still control the game. Maybe we can get a goal. If not, we can always win it in penalties.
Even at 1-0 down, when they got the ball, right, Italy players were saying, okay, calm down, let's play easy. You know, they knew.
Play how they know how to play.
Play the game, play their own game. Sound like our pro clubs, play our own game, guys.
Play our own game. But I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here. Italy should have gotten 2 red cards.
Why? Which one?
Jorginho's tackle instead of a yellow card.
On Grealish.
On Grealish,
but the Jorginho tackle,
full studded.
The referee was just there. He was aiming for the ball. He was not on the player. And his feet was really low. It was Grealish who was already on the ground trying to get the ball.
So it's like a follow through that somehow
that's correct.
Grealish leg
it's because
is in the
Grealish
way,
leg that hit the ball that made Jorginho's feet stamp onto him.
I mean, to me, I feel that it could possibly be more of a red card rather than yellow, because the way he want to stamp on the ball, right? But at that moment, most players most players will be a bit more defensive instead of trying to stamp, because the ball was quite a distance away. And the follow through was very bad. He stepped onto the inner thigh of Grealish.
I think it's a risk that the Italian
50-50
players,
lah.
it's a 50-50 challenge. I think if Jorginho was faster than Grealish, it will be Grealish who will get the card.
Probably, because he was sliding in already.
Let's pause about the second scenario of the red card. James raised a point about England play. James, he said that you put Kane in the pole in the near post when defending. One of the slowest people in the team. There were 5 defenders, yet why you put Kane in the near post, far post when defending all these set pieces?
Because you need the defenders to defend the actual ball coming in.
So you need the players to just clear the line. I mean, the attacker just need to clear the line.
But the thing is that Kane has been doing this even in Spurs. When they were defending corners, right? He's actually part of the defense line.
Actually, Kane is a better defender in Spurs for corners. If you notice, if you watch first game, most of the clearance from corners is Kane.
Yeah, it's Kane. He did it, and then he also runs up together with Son to do a counter attack. So actually, he has been doing this since Spurs days. In his Spurs team, since Spurs days, because there's a chance he may be going off Spurs.
I mean, you can't expect like Sterling or somebody to guard the post,
and he's tall, man.
Exactly.
And he's quite tall, so he can do it.
If the ball going to the top, then he cannot hit.
So it makes sense that actually he's one of the taller players in England, so it makes sense that he's defending, and he's actually quite experienced in doing this lah. So for me,
James say he's slow. He's slow.
But what he can do? He cannot increase the speed. Cannot do anything. It's part of the tactics.
Put in development.
The thing is, if he can clear, but if he can clear or any of the quick players can take the ball and counter attack, it could be something else really. So there is a strategy there. So him defending, right, is actually part of their tactics lah.
I mean, that was what happened in the first goal lah. It was a clearance. It was a Italy set piece, right? It was a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a counter attack.
Oh, yeah, correct. And quickly, in like same thing. In like a few touches really straight away, Trippier crossed in, and then Shaw came in late from the far side of the goal post, and he just rammed the ball in, man.
Okay, there's a high from Kanish Waran.
Oh yeah.
Hi bro.
Thank you for joining, bro. If England had a better manager, England would have won. But Italy, Kanish is saying, actually it's quite true.
This is the I think the
his
debate.
substitution is quite perplexing.
This is the debate.
Yeah, but we will talk about Kanish. Don't mind. We will talk about Southgate's decision because there's a lot of decisions he made, right? That is poor. We go back to James. The second red card scenario was Cellini's pull. That one was not a pull. That one I think he thought of.
That one is wrestling. Except no table. I was saying that it was wrestling move except no table.
A pull of the jersey is still a pull of the jersey.
Saka didn't see it. You see his face.
He said, what the hell is this? Why am I falling down?
and Chiellini wasn't the last man, so it would never be a red card.
That's the thing. To me, right, it's actually a red card offense because it's a cynical foul.
Because you are not pulling the skirts of the shirt, you know,
Yeah.
or the jersey. You are like choking him.
But the rule law book will say a jersey pull is still impeding. It's normal impeding, and he's not the last man, so it will never be a red card.
That's why Chiellini that's why I say Italy are smart players.
Yeah.
And
When
like,
they foul also they smart.
and like I said in the previous episode, Italian defenders they know how to defend tactically. They also know how to be rough. They know how to be physical.
And Chiellini was being physical with a lot of England players in the first 50 minutes where he felt that England was really
physical. Never mind. After he do right, he straight away say get up.
with a smile.
Yes, the face of like calm as the devil, like straight away like only get up.
Because he knew what he did was right. He didn't foul anyone.
It's a legit tackle. He's a legit tackle. That's the thing. This is the experience that he have. He's a legit tackle.
He and Bonucci, two mountains.
Yeah.
Man. You see, even like you feel like the England players got past him, and suddenly somehow one leg come out and got the ball.
Yeah.
So you think it's not a red card because he's not the last man,
he's not
and he's jersey tugging still, even though he's choking Saka.
You definitely don't think it's a red card lah.
It's not a red card. It's never a red card.
I feel that.
But James think it's a red card lah.
No, that's the thing. It's not the last man.
Yeah,
it's not
because I thought it's a red card foul also. Then me and Farid was discussing it, right? Then he says that he's not the last man because I thought that he's last man, but it's not. Because the other defenders is still in the middle.
If he's the last man and Saka is through on goal, then yes, that's a red card.
Yeah,
so someone is on the right side. It's not true.
It's actually if let's say he's here, and the other two defenders is actually still further back, further up. That means he's through on goal already. That could be a red card. But the other defenders was in line with him a bit. So it's not a red card actually. If you follow the rule book lah, it's definitely a foul.
It's definitely
it's deserving of a card.
Yes,
but
correct.
it's not the card.
Definitely a yellow card.
Yeah.
Where we talk about Mancini doing such wonderful tactical change in the halftime, and that really totally changed Italy's play. He moved people around. He brought out Immobile. He brought Insigne to the center, and then he brought in the right place. And somehow Italy managed to control the game totally in the second half, right? That is not the same thing to say about Southgate.
Yes.
Southgate did well by putting in Trippier. Right? So it kind of something happened, but somehow after they scored that one goal, maybe he tell them that okay, let's defend with all our lives, that kind of thing. And also the substitution decision. But then okay, let's talk, because James was saying right, Southgate learned something and he will achieve something. So James is saying that stick with Southgate. Even though you lose this final, stick to him.
It's like Solskjaer lah. Stick with Solskjaer lah.
Yeah. So if you change the manager now, the whole team will be lost and will not be the same as what you see now. And of course, I think he's expecting to win the World Cup next year.
But the last World Cup was Southgate also lost in the semi-final against Croatia. Right?
Yeah.
And then now another failure again. So we still want to stick with Southgate.
The thing is, you can stick with him.
But the thing is, Southgate brought them to the final now in Euro.
Okay lah. I mean, World Cup is another thing.
World Cup is not just European teams. South American teams also included, bro.
Yeah.
It's a different ball of game.
There's a lot of mistakes he made, right, in the second half that cost England. One is
refusing.
Hendo.
Taking out Hendo.
Putting Hendo, then taking out Hendo.
But he took out Hendo in the extra time.
Yeah, because the thing is, for me, Southgate, right, his first failure was actually, I don't know whether it's an instruction to the team to attack, get a goal and then sit back a bit, because it's probably because of his defender days. He trusts them to be able to defend, but this is Italy we're talking about, which doesn't go to plan at all.
The new Italy.
Yep, it doesn't go to play at all. Italy has been on a roll. They are actually unbeaten for now for 33 games, 34 games already.
And they have scored in every single Euro match this
exactly.
time.
So it's like you are expecting to defend one goal lead against a team that has scored every game. So it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense to Southgate.
That's why.
England has not conceded stats-wise in the tournament. England did not concede a single goal except for that direct free kick. So to him, in his mind, we can defend.
So that's the first failure.
You get it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right? You get that mentality?
Yeah. Right. That's true. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Yeah. So he was actually, but he's gambling on that.
Yeah.
Against Italy.
Yeah.
That's
but
the problem.
like we said, right, Hendo is an experienced penalty taker, right?
Actually, he's not really experienced penalty taker, but he's a senior.
He's a senior.
At least
senior
player. At least he's better than a 19-year-old who has never taken a penalty.
You're talking about Saka.
In his whole professional career.
Even for Arsenal, he doesn't take penalty for Arsenal.
So it could be, but brave Saka steps up and take the fifth penalty. So I have to say that it's some errors that leads to this, some error of choices that leads to this.
And even the two players he brought in just to take the penalty.
Yeah,
Sancho
and Sancho
have not even played like more than 10 minutes.
It's not even it's not even 5 minutes. They played
5 minutes.
I think like 2 minutes, 1 minute. I think
between them some more.
So don't put your trust in Manchester United players.
But Manchester United players score. How like that?
No, that one is defender some more. So it makes sense that
so must be defender.
Must put defender. Let Maguire take the penalty.
So it doesn't make sense putting these two.
Maguire take penalty what?
But he still right.
Score.
Bring in all the other defenders. Just put 11 defenders.
No, it doesn't make sense because they have not warmed up. They never play. And then you bring in the last few minutes just for the penalty.
That's the second fail.
That's the second fail.
Failed management decision that he did.
Yeah, another failure is that you see Mancini already move things around, put in another player, and then and then Southgate still stick to the same formation, same tactics.
Yeah. He doesn't adapt.
Kanish, say, hey, hello, don't talk about Manchester United players.
Sorry. Hey, bro, season starting soon lah, so I have to select a bit. Sorry,
He said they're going to leave the EPL this coming season.
Okay.
Hope you can join us and add your insights for Kiss My Badge BPL lah.
Yes.
BPL show
more for Manchester United fans, but I think unfortunately.
So going back to let's say James, right? He say keep changing the manager will not win the team anything. Third time lucky. So World Cup next year will be third time lucky lah.
You see, the difference between a club and national team is that you only have few months to train with your national team players.
Okay.
It's not the whole year. It's not the whole season. So it's a different management compared to club level.
Yeah.
Club level, you are training in with them for months and months, all the way from September.
Just to add also, right, James say that he is the only manager to bring the country to the final, to a major tournament final. Southgate.
Okay. but he's also one that at the moment, right, hasn't won anything also.
Yeah.
So what's the
There's no
point?
difference. Is it
No
final,
difference.
semi-final?
Same lah.
Yeah, he has not won anything. If he has won something, stick with him, it's fine. But he has not won anything. Why not just change? You never know what. That's my point lah. Right, for England. I'm not an England fan lah, but to me, it's a logical thing for me lah. It's like, you want to stay with him, can. Not a problem. Maybe this is the third one. Give him this third chance in World Cup, and then after that, right, if still cannot anything, just strike. If there's no improvement, KPI lah. I know
think
KPI.
at least the players should support the manager. If the players are, supportive of this Southgate, I think it's okay to continue with him.
I think it's
right.
I think it's fine to continue with
Yeah,
Southgate.
because if you can lose the semi-final, you can lose the finals. It's not as if like for Arsenal or Manchester United, you don't get into the UCL, you lose a lot of TV rights, you lose a lot of money.
This one is different already.
This is different. This is national loyalty. It's good to have a local boy to be leading the team. So it's fine to have Southgate, whether you lose or win.
It's fine. It's just that to me, like, if they decide to change, right, it doesn't matter. It could be better. It could be worse, but it could be better also. So it's still
for
it's
now,
not a risk.
still okay.
It's still okay.
Well, England are not in the worst crisis compared to Germany lah.
Yeah.
But Germany changing.
Germany confirm changing already. Confirm changing already.
But the thing is, does England have no other managers that can manage the England squad? England team?
Yeah, man, they have a lot. They have David Beckham. Your favourite also like James. If he say Beckham take over, confirm he say okay lah, change lah David Beckham. Kanan side. I don't know lah. Of course lah.
Yeah, but we have to give due credit. Farhan says Italy's keeper Donnarumma was too good for penalties. Actually, like
his
our friend say lah.
For himself lah.
Yeah, like our friend say lah. Saka didn't miss the penalty.
Shout out
The keeper saved
the only person who missed is Rashford.
Yes, Rashford out. Yeah. So Donnarumma, and some more he won Player of the Tournament.
The only keeper who ever won Player of the Tournament.
First keeper ever to win a Player of the Tournament for Euro.
Yeah.
Wow, and I think deserve. I
deserve
agree.
it.
I agree with
Definitely, man.
Guys, we are going to vote a few players,
stay tuned,
few options. Stay tuned.
We want your opinions on this lah.
Opinion on that lah. But Donnarumma's performance during that game.
Yeah.
During the
Yeah.
I mean, he had no chance to save.
he got not much
goal.
to do.
Yeah.
He got not much to do in the actual game.
Yeah. Actually, the game was all the way in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
It was always exchange in the middle.
Yeah.
The exchanges were more to the middle. They were tackling each other, all that. They were out muscling each other. The defense was clearing and all that. So both keepers were quite okay. They were not tested that much in the whole game. It was quite exciting. I was thinking it's going to be quite boring.
Yeah.
But
it could have been boring.
It could have been boring.
Correct.
Yeah, but it was a good
true,
interaction between both teams.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think Donnarumma had not much to do in the game, apart from like a few missed chances by the England players. Other than that, he got nothing to do except for take goal kicks.
Yeah, Pickford did make some saves. Yes, Pickford did make some saves lah. But other than that, I think the exchange was mostly in the middle of the park lah. So
yeah, I think there was one save that I think everybody missed the header except for like John Stones coming in. I think it was from a free kick or something. But then Donnarumma actually like came out. I think it was Bonucci who just let go of the header, and then John Stones came flying in. And then like actually Donnarumma got to the ball first and cleared the ball.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at other. Hey, welcome Farid. Farid is joining us as well. He say which other managers has won anything. Too many to be sacked if based on that lah. You know, if just based on winning finals, you keep on sacking manager also not good lah. And then Kanis say Wayne Rooney should be the manager of England.
wow, he's the B, right? He's at the B now.
No lah, Phil Neville.
Oh, Gary Neville also can.
I think Gary Neville don't want to manage lah. He just want to be pandit lah. Phil Neville lah.
James say Beckham coach okay, manager no. How to take him seriously when his voice like that?
Yeah lah, that's why. Okay guys, so yes.
Farhan says David Beckham only club owner, not coach.
Yeah, David Beckham likes to sit beside Paul Scholes and watch game only.
Yeah.
Paul Scholes or
And Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
and then David Beckham bully his old teammate Phil Neville become manager.
Really?
Yeah, he's a manager at Inter Miami. What? He's Beckham's club. What?
Oh.
Really? Okay lah, so Phil Neville is the manager, Beckham is the coach for England. Okay,
This
guys.
could be, this could be something that is like in the plans. Okay, you manage this team, get enough experience, level up, and then you manage the national team.
Going back to the penalties, right? Should Kane have been the 5th kicker? Because they say your best kicker actually should be the 5th
I think
one,
he
right?
should be. He should be.
No lah. I mean,
What do you think?
he should start off strong. Because they kick second, you know. So it's like if the first person score, then the opponent must match the score, you know.
Yeah. The pressure is always the first and the fifth.
Yeah.
First and fifth is always a pressure,
Yeah.
the most pressurizing one.
If it goes to fifth lah.
Yeah, like Spain and Italy, right? The first one both beasts.
Yeah.
But in the end, Italy still continue because why? They were secure enough. They know. Never mind, miss, never mind. It's okay. But for England, they were like not really. I don't know. I don't see the way Italy cheers. Oh, never mind, miss. It's okay. Chiellini was like clapping. It's okay. Wow, he clapped as if they score goal. We were saying, wow, these guys are power.
But we did say right in the last episode we did say right the home crowd right might
Turn on
be
them.
might be advantageous,
that
but when
is-
it comes to penalty, it might give them the nervousness, the jitters.
Yeah.
As well, right? Kanish is adding about our manager. Talking about managers, right? He says Rooney learning his trade at Derby right now. He might be a suitable candidate.
Probably,
right?
I mean, these guys is the next move, right? After being players, they know the game, they become managers. Like Southgate,
That's a
it's
top
like the
job,
next
right?
progression. Yeah, it's the next progression.
To manage the national
team.
Yeah.
Correct. That's
It's a tough job, different.
It's a tough job, definitely.
Yeah.
But at the moment for England, right, the bar is set not so high.
Not everybody is Zidane, can win trophies even as a manager.
Yeah.
Not
That one
everybody
Real
is
Madrid
Zidane.
different
Oh,
They got
different
so many stars
So money
there.
money.
Madrid easy
Yeah.
lah.
Madrid
so
easy
many
is
stars
it?
there
Madrid easy Farid says if Kane last.
Asim coach Sevilla or Osasuna lah.
True.
Singapore first, Singapore.
Hey, come to Everton lah. Go to Everton lah.
Everton or Arsenal.
Arsenal, why? Just because we middle table club,
Everton higher, right? So I think.
Hey, hello. I also hello. Okay, like
Coach
Kanish.
Everton
You see,
more
we-
harder than coach Arsenal lah.
We hit every team fair.
Farhan say might as well say Gerrard become next England manager. Like that, all the Liverpool fans will love England already.
No, actually, like that, right? Every ex-player is eligible to become a manager. A lot of eligible managers.
Okay, Ian Wright.
Yeah. Huh?
Ian Wright lah.
Boleh. He also like to be pandit lah. Don't need to. He's a good pandit.
Shearer lah.
Shearer
I think
lah.
now he likes to be pandit also lah.
Lucky. Correct.
Correct. Yeah. So if Farid say about the penalty, like if Kane was last, Saka, Sancho and Rashford in the middle, they miss, Kane won't have the chance to shoot. The thing is, don't give Saka the penalty responsibility. Grealish volunteered.
That's the thing.
It was said, right? It was in the reports,
there were
right?
in a lot of reports saying Grealish actually said that he wanted to take a penalty. It's just that I think his penalty conversion rate is very low. It's not that high, so probably it makes sense that Southgate didn't choose him. But then again, he's a senior player. I think in terms of this is the difference.
In terms of composure,
Yes,
is it?
club level and international level. The international level, the pressure is a lot higher. You're wearing the national jersey.
Yes,
the pressure is
exactly.
immense. You're playing for a country.
Some more you play at home.
You play at home, exactly. It's a more
Whole country, you know.
The pressure is even more because you're playing in front of your fans and all that. So it's like it's a different level of pressure when you are taking a penalty. So with these young guys, right, they could have Southgate could have made a better choice by bringing in senior players to take the penalty instead. Because other than that, right, if it's a miss, like then the score, right, at least they won't. They know
Correct.
it won't affect their morale because these young players, like you affect their morale, you don't know where you will go, man.
Saka was crying, man.
Yes.
Hey,
what
Southgate, now you
pitiful,
leave Arsenal to handle the traumatized kid. Thanks,
I mean,
Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
what
Thanks,
just said
bro.
is correct lah. I mean, like no matter how experienced a player is, there's a probability of missing a penalty lah.
it's like Rocky.
Even Baggio missed the penalty against Brazil.
Yeah, my
famous.
fault.
Before. Baju, no.
Baju.
At least he didn't get shot.
Yes, like Escobar, right?
Escobar.
Yeah, you score on goal, kena shot.
But England fans don't get violent even though you lose.
Yeah,
We saw a lot of videos online.
Don't be so losers, please.
Don't be so losers.
That's why
We saw a lot of online videos of England fans beating up Italy fans. While they are on the way home, that kind of thing.
Correct.
So don't be so rough. Hey, this is interesting. Kanish give his own list of penalty takers. Kane, Maguire, Sterling, Luke Shaw, Grealish.
Oh, that's a good list.
That's a good list. What do
That's
you
a
think,
good
James? James, maybe you can give your list also.
Yeah, it's a good list actually.
Yeah.
The first important one give to Kane, then the rest Maguire also score, right?
Yeah.
He scored his penalty.
Then Sterling will fall down.
That's the problem is that the two players who were actually criticized a lot was Sterling and Grealish by the English media because they didn't step up. The thing is that is whether they didn't step up or not, because I think a lot of videos on Twitter showing about this. I think one of the players, Portugal players, they didn't want to take a penalty, but Ronaldo came up to him, no, come, take penalty. You kick.
Okay.
So he was being a leader by forcing them as a senior player to take penalty. The problem is that this can be a double-edged sword. It can make them even more pressurized and may not take a good penalty. So it can be a double-edged sword. So, but having senior players, the good thing is that they should be able to calm their nerves better.
And against a keeper that is so good, which is Donnarumma.
Yes, exactly.
Because Farid say miss lah, but experience doesn't guarantee win. Actually, an experienced keeper also
exactly
plays a big part, like when we talked before. And then Farhan said Luke Shaw got sub lah, so he couldn't take the.
Hendo also kena sub.
Hendo also kena sub. I mean, that's a mistake by Southgate, I guess.
It's on Southgate lah. This mistake I think is on Southgate lah. This one.
I mean he's been consistent lah. Last time when he was a player, he missed penalty.
So
he choked in penalties.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that.
So connection.
Wow.
And some, I think at that time when he missed the penalty, he was also very young, right?
He was.
So next time, in maybe 20 years in the future, Saka will be manager.
And then he gave a youngster.
And then youngster also will choke.
Hey, will repeat again.
So it becomes like a culture in England to actually choose a young player to take and choke. Wow. Interesting, this storyline.
Farhan say England should have just chosen to take the penalties facing Italy fans. Might as well, right?
I don't know.
I think more stress facing England fans.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, if you put senior players, they would at least be able to calm themselves better than young players.
And Farhan says Southgate was the last penalty taker. He thinks that same lah. He trusts on Saka.
But the thing is, have to say this lah. No matter what, right? His trust on his players, I have to give him credit for that. I trust you. Go and take the penalty. I have to say that. The young players like Rashford, Sancho, and Saka, who was given the choice, I want you to take penalty, and they actually grabbed that chance to take it. I have to give them credit for that, man. 19 years old in front of like thousands of fans, wearing your national jersey and taking that penalty, even though you miss, immense pressure. Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. So nothing can take this away from these guys. As even for Southgate, yes, it's a mistake and all that, but him being able to trust his players, because so far in the whole tournament, right, you can see that he's actually
he sticks to his players.
And this is the credit where they actually push more and more, and they reach the final. So it makes sense that
I think that's football lah, because you take that risk, that tactical change or whatever, right? If it works for you, Saka scores, you all become hero.
Yes.
When Saka miss or Donnarumma saves,
you become.
But if Saka scores, the penalty continue.
Yes, but and then they win it. They were.
So either way, at least we have to give credit for this lah. He trusts his players, and his players actually stepped up to try take the penalty. It doesn't go their way, but we need to give them credit for this. Unlike those England fans who starts to become racist and all that online and crap. Man,
so
cut that.
No, but the thing is, if Southgate had made some changes in the actual game, they probably could have won it. Even before the penalties.
That is the first and crucial mistake, I think. If he pushed his team to go for a second goal, right? When Italy was
was
having
trailing,
that punch, they were in the daze,
Yes.
and they go for that sucker punch.
Yeah.
They could have won it.
Correct.
Italy may not,
because at that moment Italy was like, what's
they
going
were
on?
rocking,
Unsettled.
rocking,
they were very
groggy,
rocked.
a bit
Yeah,
groggy.
it was. If they could
shout out to a comment from our Twitch. Our Twitch stream, quite long. Visu Vio Pro 2020. Italia, he say. Italy. Congratulations
man.
for
Seriously.
winning Euro 2020. Double lah, Eurovision and Euro 2020.
Yes.
And then you say
Euro
what?
double.
Euro dance.
No, and then end of the year, UEFA Nations League. So treble lah.
Wow.
Confident.
Confidence.
Good.
Hey, but that one against Spain also not semi-final.
Let's read other comments. Kanish, this one I'm just reading and I'm agreeing. I think we agreed to it. Rashford and Sancho didn't play much in the competition. Confirm Karat. Very rusty lah. So I mean, it's no point putting them in a high pressure position, which is the penalty kick lah.
That's true.
Farhan is asking, should England players gone for placing or power for the penalties?
That one is their choice lah.
Yeah, it's up to the individual player lah. Which one
That
is
one
better?
we-
Rimbat, which one better at
because
placement?
look at how Jorginho scored. No placing. I want to say placing also. He's rolling the ball in, man, and it goes in. Right, it's all a matter of mind games. That's why
mind games.
I think that one, if I roll the ball with my hand faster, the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Bowling ball goes faster, I think. Bowling ball goes faster. So to me, it's like sometimes it's the confidence and it's mind game.
Yeah.
So penalties is really like a lottery, which unfortunately this goes down to young boys who just didn't capitalize
I
lah.
think penalties actually make the game more exciting lah.
Yeah, it does.
If
It
not,
does,
last
for
time
this one.
before there were penalty shootouts, you
Sudden
have to
death.
replay the game,
Yeah, sudden death really.
No, replay the game.
Oh, replay the game.
Yeah.
Replay another
Even
day.
after extra time.
Not golden goal lah.
No.
Golden goal was after that.
Yeah.
Golden goal was after that. That
Okay,
was,
so Kanish saying, Kanish continuing about Rashford and Sancho, right? Imagine you had a season of games playing in empty stadium, and suddenly sub in the last minute to go face the full stadium and take the penalty for the final.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I cannot
All
imagine
this time
that.
playing in the empty
Seriously.
stadium.
Yes.
Right, and then after that, now full stadium,
Full
60,000.
6,000, maybe like 30,000, 40,000 fans or your fans who shouting at you,
Yeah.
and all that, shouting. Wow, you were like, it's the pressure. We cannot understand it because we had not done it, unless of course you are ex-player lah. But we cannot understand the amount of pressure. We can see though. We can see the amount of pressure that they have, but. Kudos to them lah. They really step up onto the penalty box and take the penalty for Saka. Really, man, kudos to them, man.
Maguire lah, only placing was Maguire. He aimed at the camera.
Camera spoils you.
Camera spoil.
And after that, come out the meme. He like, I was aiming for the camera. The meme.
Maguire was really playing well for England.
Yeah. He is one of the two England players in the team of the tournament.
Yeah.
Yes,
In the
correct.
team of the tournament.
Correct.
Team and
There are 5 Italian players.
5
you were
Italian
saying,
players.
in the Euro 2020
Yep.
team of the tournament.
Yep.
And let me just, before we move on to our pick of the tournament, right? Let me just read the rest of the comments. Maguire's penalty. Farid says Maguire's penalty was the best penalty among all the England players. Or is it among all the Italian as well?
No lah.
The pressure is in them. Agree in some way, disagree in some way. Yeah lah, like what you said lah about the penalty takers, whether to put power or to put placement. Either way is quite stressful lah.
Yes, it's stressful.
Farhan says too bad Trent TAA was not playing, or else corner taken quickly against Italy.
Penalty taken quickly. Origi. That one he not England player. Belgium.
Okay, let's go to our next segment. We have a few voting from you guys. Maybe we need your pick
Opinions.
as well.
Yes,
Your
picks on this board.
So your
Yep.
pick. For now, we start off player of the tournament. Right. The three of us, we pick a few, and some of them we had a common agreement.
Yes,
right.
yes,
For me, I agree that Donnarumma was the player of the tournament, and that's my pick as well for player of the tournament. And I think Jorginho.
I choose Jorginho. I was speaking.
Why you choose Jorginho?
He's the okay. I always have this admiration of players, especially like Hendo, the kind who does the dirty work, the quiet work in the middle of the park, spraying the balls or taking charge of taking control of midfield. I always admire these kind of players, and he has done it for Italy.
Yes, I
He has
agree.
done it in Italy on a consistent level. So for me, he deserves it. Yeah.
Then your pick was
For me,
I
it's
scared to pronounce too long. Too
Spinazzola.
Spinazzola.
Spinazzola. See, every Italian game, he's the one who like go down the left, go up and down. The creative spark, the energy was there.
Actually,
He got injured, right? He's injured, right?
He was
He's
injured.
the one. Yeah.
He got injured in the quarterfinal.
I can see that his replacement Emerson didn't play
exactly.
very
You see,
well.
when Spinazzola is not playing, you actually miss him on the left.
Yeah. I mean,
And Italy was a little bit different without him.
Yeah. Correct.
Emerson was okay, but not.
I mean, he
Yeah,
did his
so
job.
you can see the difference. You can see the difference.
Yeah, but you can totally see the difference without Spinazzola.
Yeah. Let's the other speaks James speaks Shaw.
Actually, it's good shout out.
Kanish, Jorginho.
Yeah.
Okay
Kanish also
lah,
Jorginho.
Shaw is a good shout out.
Shaw the
Actually.
best
Yes.
England player lah.
I know you're biased because you're an England fan, but it's a good shout out because I think Shaw was the most consistent player for England.
Correct.
Even when the team was boring, I think he's perhaps the only one who's still like Spinazzola.
He's like the lesser Spinazzola.
Lesser Spinazzola, correct. He's the one that goes up
And I
and down.
think he outperformed Kyle Walker.
Yes.
Yes.
You know Kyle Walker in Manchester City, he's been playing well, and
Yeah,
even in FIFA game,
Yes.
he's a high rating, right?
Yeah.
But Shaw, I believe he has the composure as
Shaw
well.
in this tournament.
Yeah,
was
in this
good.
tournament,
Yeah,
he
good
really
shout.
shone.
Actually, good shout out. Actually, Luke Shaw was
Good job,
is
Ole, playing him
Yeah.
and bringing his spirits up.
Yeah, man.
But he's not better than Spinazzola lah.
It's not lah. Actually, like I was
Bias,
going, I was going to.
No, but yes, this is true.
It's true because a lot of the other pundits and write-ups, right? They were all mentioning that if Spinazzola was not injured, he easily could have been the player of the tournament.
Yes, definitely.
If he didn't bow out to injury, he could easily be the
So
player of the
Italy
tournament.
has a lot of,
Yes.
potential.
Yeah,
candidates.
man.
Farid said
Spinazzola is
Donnarumma.
even in the team of the tournament.
Sorry.
Spinazzola is
He
in
is
the team
also
of the
in the
tournament.
tournament,
Yeah.
Farid says Donnarumma hardly had anything to do in group games. Yeah. But I think this one I just have to defend lah my choice of Donnarumma, right? He made crucial saves.
Yes.
I mean, keepers don't need to do a lot of things, but he does make crucial saves when needed.
Yes.
Those one-hand saves and all
The
that.
thing is, in the group games, he doesn't have much to do. But
Because
when he
Italy
needs,
was really attacking.
attacking. But when he needs to do his goalkeeper work,
Yeah.
he steps up.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Correct.
And he does fantastic saves.
Yeah.
So it's like you are expecting a goal, like the De Bruyne shot. You're
Yeah.
expecting a goal already,
Yeah,
it's a confirm goal.
yeah.
Suddenly his hand can come out one-handed. So it's like even though he got nothing to do in the group stage, right? Wow, that guy.
That itself, that one save itself, kind of compensate.
Yep.
Farhan says Sterling would have been player of tournament if England won. Okay, let's move on to the.
I mean, for me, Sterling shouldn't even be in the team of the tournament.
Really?
Why?
I mean, team of the tournament, Sterling. I think so many players in his position are much better than.
You know who's deserving? Maybe Damsgaard.
Okay, let's talk. Guys, thank you so much for player of the tournament. Right, Farid, last comment. Donnarumma best keeper, but Jorginho contributes more, which also I agree lah. Jorginho does contribute more in the midfield lah. Okay, let's go to our next pick. Who's your best young player of this tournament, guys? What do you guys think? So we have two. I think Jas and Azmi, they choose Pedri from
Potter.
Spain.
Pedri Potter.
Pedri Potter from
Pedri
Spain.
Potter. Because Pedri is the face when he was smiling in the team of tournament. You go and put 2 circles on his eyes. He looks like Harry Potter, bro. Yeah.
Well, I was very impressed with Damsgaard from Denmark.
Good shout out actually.
Yes.
Damsgaard. We really had to
Maybe
mention
because
that.
I didn't watch too many Spain games, I guess. That's why. I mean, if I watch, maybe Pedri
But
would be the
Pedri,
choice.
man.
Farid likes Pedri.
Yeah.
Pedri, definitely
Yeah.
Pedri. Yeah.
Pedri. I think unanimously a lot of people choose Pedri.
Yeah, I think he also the official one also is the
Yes, official one. He's also the
best young
youngest
player.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is the winner.
Tournament, yeah.
He's the winner for the tournament's best young player. So
Which
that says
club
a
is
lot
he
lah.
playing for?
Barcelona.
Yes, Barcelona. Yes.
Barcelona.
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 I
Okay,
think
Kanish say Saka.
Oh, good shout out also, yeah. Although he sometimes doesn't know
think
what he's doing, I think.
Southgate doesn't play him enough to warrant him as a best player lah.
Yeah,
Best
I mean,
young
I'm an
player.
Arsenal fan, but I don't think Saka is there yet. What impact does he make in a game, even when coming in or even when he's starting?
That's correct lah.
Did he change the flow of the game?
Yeah, he doesn't really impact. He doesn't make much of an impact in the games that he played.
Yeah. Why I chose Damsgaard is that he scored the direct free kick, the only direct free kick, and if
Of the
you see him,
tournament.
of the tournament, he's
He's
playing
a
like Chiesa.
nuisance,
He's like running
Yes.
against players.
He's a
and all
nuisance.
that,
To me, maybe Saka is almost there. I mean, to iterate what Kanish was saying, right? I think it's a good shout out also because Saka in the England team, even though Sterling is on and off, I think he's the only one who's always running. He's the only one in the England team who's looking the most dangerous.
Yeah.
So it's a good shout out actually. Saka
Not Kane, not Kane.
Not Kane.
Yeah.
Kane sometimes drop too deep to me lah. Kane drops too deep and then he's becoming more of like a false nine or a
He's
Sam
looking for Son.
or a Cam. Sorry. Yeah, he's looking for Son. Yeah, Son in Korea, bro.
Go holiday together.
Yeah, go together. Go to the beach. But he's more like
Kanish
Cam.
say he's continuing for his age. Can have the potential
Yes,
and can be molded into the next Sterling if under a good manager,
Yeah,
which
man.
is
As
which
long
is
as
not
don't
Southgate,
dive,
is it, Kanish?
Which is not,
As long as don't dive, can already.
is
Don't
not,
learn about the diving.
which is not Arteta maybe.
Oh, thanks, Selit.
Selit lah. Kiss my badge. BPL bro. Remember that?
Watch out for
Yeah.
season 20,
Yes,
21,
season
22.
But that's the thing. I think he has a lot of potential. Because he's sometimes playing at the left back, like really Arteta in the club, right? He's playing almost everywhere, especially.
I think
like,
that's because
right?
Arteta don't know where to put him.
Yeah, he has that much talent. On that note, he has that much talent. He can play anywhere. So to me, like, he has such a potential that it's a good shout out. He can be, although he's being overshadowed by Pedri, even Damsgaard as well.
I mean, Farid has a good point also. He says that but when Saka plays, he does add a crucial weapon for England.
yeah, good point.
Better than Grealish?
Grealish, except for that game that he assisted to, yes, just nice against Germany. I think Saka is more on a consistent threat. He's being a consistent threat for England actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once he get a bit more experience, he has the potential
Give it two
to
more
be a good
more
England player.
tournaments on that.
Yeah.
He will probably be a crucial player in the England team, man.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe next year's World Cup.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, probably. If he
Because
doesn't
if you
find-
compare,
If he never quit
if he
Yeah.
if he don't
Oh,
quit,
traumatized
no
lah.
lah,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
worry lah. He
Quit
has all the
quit football.
support. Just go to the no lah.
Let's go to the next.
Quit football. I just want to play Sunday football. I don't care. Stress ah.
Join SPL.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Who is your most disappointing team of the tournament, guys?
Okay, three of us is unanimous, right? Is it?
No, there are two.
Oh, there's two.
There's two.
Okay.
One is Belgium and one is France. The most disappointing team in this tournament.
I think France because they are world champions, you know.
Yeah, they are defending world champions,
And
this,
then you lose to Switzerland.
I was looking at the French. They had
Not taking credits away from Switzerland.
Yeah,
lah.
exactly.
Switzerland
But
is
then
playing very well.
you are world champion.
before they get kicked out by Switzerland. Past 3 games all draw. With Hungary,
draw.
with Portugal, and then with Switzerland.
Yeah.
So with
Even Germany also they win with an own goal. Germany presented them.
Yeah, give us it's a gift. It's a gift. So to me, it's like they can perform better, but
I
they
think they
didn't lah.
totally. I think it's by luck that they actually made it out of the group of death.
Yeah. I think they don't have the heart. I mean,
Yeah,
when you
I think
when
there's like
you see
we
them
world
play,
champion
is-
lah. No need to play this one.
Yeah,
European
yeah.
champion. No need lah.
Something is missing, something is wrong with the team.
yeah.
Something
It
is
looks like
missing.
something-
I think there was news about-
Mbappe was missing.
Yeah, that's
Mbappe was
something
missing.
Mbappe, yeah.
Yeah, but they also say right off the field also there's some turmoil or there's some arguments between the parents or whatever lah.
Oh, that one is because of Rabiot and all that. I think so. Yeah, there was a bit of a.
Share. I couldn't read
Mbappe-
because it's a paid content.
Huh? Really?
What happened?
I also don't know. This one is I read lah. Right? They Rabiot's mother was complaining about who hogging the limelight or something like that lah. I think Mbappe or somebody who's hogging the limelight. So it became a quarrel in the stands. in the stands, and then they had to separate the families and all that. So the players' families who are actually quarreling with each other for limelight. It's like, what the flag, man? You guys are playing for national team, should be proud of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So then after that, Pogba, of course, with his dancing and all that, is not helping. So the team is in turmoil lah, probably lah.
Yeah. So,
And
but
it's only like,
it's
5
unanimous.
3 years from World Cup, you become like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It
very
gets to
fast
the
to
head.
go down.
It gets to the head, I think,
Yeah.
probably.
I think it's unanimous. Farid, Farhan, Kanish, all France.
I mean, Belgium
the
is a
most-
good shout because
I think
literally.
Belgium, because they are number 1 in the world rankings,
I
right?
mean, FIFA world ranking is useless lah.
Useless, based
True.
on the
That's
games
true.
played. And all
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
But then again, they have so many stars. We were expecting something.
I mean, like
But they didn't deliver.
Belgium
Oh,
is
is it?
not. I don't want to say it's a great team, but
Is it Zayn?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you see?
I mean, Belgium, you cannot put Belgium on the same rank as Italy, France, Germany, and all that. If you want to say another disappointing team, is probably Germany lah.
Yeah.
I
That's
agree.
a good shout also, Germany.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
We were not expecting.
what?
Actually,
not-
basically, it's a ranking
not
lah, maybe.
So what
disappointing.
next?
It's not the most disappointing to me because in the World Cup, it's already disappointing.
So this one is just.
This is
another
just
disappointment
consistent.
lah.
Yeah, they are being consistent.
You just waiting for the new manager, right?
Yeah, I'm just,
So basically, he's just waiting for the new manager.
just waiting for the new manager.
Yeah, because
World Cup also qualifying round also out.
yeah. So to me, maybe Germany, it's a bit more obvious, maybe the way that they are actually going down. But maybe Belgium, people were putting on hope that they can do better, especially because De Bruyne and Hazard was playing so well, right? That game, right? They were controlling the game and blah blah blah. When after that, all just phased out. Hazard got injured again and all that. But probably France because they are really world beaters already.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to go ranking, maybe if not ranking, is at least these three lah.
Yeah.
These three powerhouses: France, Germany, as well as Belgium lah.
Maybe Holland also lah. Holland disappointing after superb group games.
I mean, like Netherlands, World Cup, Euro, same lah. No need to bother lah.
Yeah.
And the gone were the Johan Cruyff days, gone were the Edgar
man.
Davids days.
Yeah.
True. Let's move on to players. Who is your pick for most disappointing player, guys?
I mean, from France again, Mbappe.
We have
Who goes
Mbappe.
missing? Mbappe.
He never do anything in the
Group everywhere, every game.
In every game.
Every game
He
he's
hasn't even
missing.
scored one goal.
Miss penalty,
He missed penalty.
Penalty also cannot score.
Yeah. Maybe he don't have Di Maria and Neymar there. He missed them. Right, Neymar scored the winning goal in the final for Argentina to win Copa America.
He can only score in Farmers League lah.
That's a good point.
Farmers League, where?
PSG.
PSG,
League One.
Okay, for the record, right? Azmi, I'm going to stop calling
Italy.
Serie A the
Farmers
Farmers League lah, because you won the Euro.
I mean, from
Okay,
last
for one
time-
season only lah.
From last,
For one season lah. we stop.
why one season?
Huh?
4 years what?
4 years lah.
Yeah.
Wait for
No,
next year.
because Italian
Wait for next
teams-
year.
Euro
next year.
next Euro is in 4 years.
Yeah, but because
3
Italian
years
teams
lah, actually.
for the past few years not inside Champions League final all that. Yeah, so that's why.
So Champions League need to be the one lah.
Huh?
Need to play Champions League.
Must
then,
have some achievement lah. So you win Euro 2020, okay, can. No more Farmers League lah.
No, I keep quiet.
Okay lah,
we barely qualify for Champions League for Liverpool lah. So for me like okay lah.
Arsenal middle table, bro.
So to me it's like okay lah.
Yeah, Kanish say Kane is the most disappointing player. What do you think? Huh? Why
what's your
Kanish?
opinion?
Why do you think Kane?
I think
This is
Kane-
a good topic.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not the most disappointing one. He's actually maybe like somewhere in the middle lah. He's not the best. He's also
Maybe
not the most disappointing.
Kanish can explain why he thinks Kane is.
I feel that it is maybe a bit predictable for Kane.
Maybe
to
he's the most
not-
disappointing player in the England team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably
But
because
not the whole tournament.
He's so prolific as an England player in the BPL. But I suspected that he will not perform well already from the start because why? Son is not there.
So he don't have the supply.
He don't have supply. And nobody plays like Son. Literally, we cannot depend on Sterling. We cannot depend on Saka. None of them actually plays like Son. Son is the kind of creative player who will feed Kane. Kane will feed him. These two is like telepathic. They are the two duo top scorers in BPL last season, right? So these two plays off each other. So without Son, right, I suspected he will not perform, and true enough. Man.
And Farid is saying that Kane was used in the withdrawn role. He did start getting better semi onwards.
That's when Grealish comes in, right? Grealish comes in and plays a bit more like a feeder, right, to him, and he managed to score.
So maybe Ganesh was right lah. Kane is disappointing because as a player, one player, without the support, he's disappointing. He can't do anything.
He could have this level. He could have been this level. People are expecting to play. Wow, BPL he score here and there. Maybe he should be here. But unfortunately, he's only performing here. And which is Farid says true. We were observing him more like a false nine rather than all-out striker like in Spurs, right? So it makes sense that he doesn't score as much goals. But
even Sterling scores more than him. Sterling comes into position better than him.
Because I think like what Farid says, he is actually more withdrawn. He's like playing false nine. He takes the ball probably he's like Firmino actually. That's why Firmino never scores so much. But then again, they are more of like a hold the ball and try to feed off from this.
Like Immobile also.
But Immobile I think is not really, because they are supposed to be all three together. They are going forward better compared to Kane, Sterling and Saka. Because I think Kane never go in too much. Like Immobile, he also goes in the middle, right? Kane, if let's say he gets the ball, he through ball, like what goals they had, like Saka making the the Denmark team score an own goal. His through ball feeds Saka, and his through ball feeds Trippier. So he's more of like the guy who gets the ball,
holds the ball,
and then get a true pass and then score the goal from
something like Lukaku has always been doing.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe Kane should.
But Lukaku is more effective than Kane in that position.
Maybe Kane should think about playing midfield
as a cam. But I think Spurs
like Eriksen. Who knows?
Eriksen.
Farid says that Immobile is very disappointing quarters onwards. Can't even hold the ball. What do you think, Azmi?
I think he's actually not playing well.
He said before, Immobile not doing anything.
So it's good that Mancini brought him out as well.
I think he was
in the finals,
especially in the finals. He was ineffective against the three-man defense. It's always like because he doesn't run in too deep also, so he cannot pull defenders away. He's only good at like running into the box.
So maybe in that sense, right? They probably from quarterfinals onwards, they probably found out how Immobile plays, and then they cancel him out. Maybe the teams found out how Italy plays, they cancel it out. So Italy was scoring quite well, they're playing quite well. Then the good teams from quarterfinals onwards starts to find Italy's rhythm, and then they actually start to cancel the attack.
But even without the ball, Immobile is actually
the runs are still smart.
Smart.
And Farid says
the thing is runs.
Farid says the thing is Belotti is worse, so not much choice. That's true.
Belotti ni looks like a killer already. Mafia killer from the start. He come in like that. I said, wow, this guy confirm kill somebody. How he's damn tall and big.
And then miss penalty.
Kanis is saying Kane was sluggish, trying so hard. And Kanis also said Immobile peaked in the group stage. After that, punched.
But that's
I
the
think
thing.
like a lot of strikers in this tournament like not playing well. Except for
Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick was playing well. Even then again, I think his last game, he didn't score anything, right? So same lah. He got. It's a short tournament.
It's not a striker's play. This tournament.
This one is like a play.
Even the goalkeeper can win player of the tournament. So Farid said that's why Insigne played middle when Berardi comes in. That's master stroke by Mancini lah. Okay, let's go to our next pick. Most surprising team. This most surprising team is like the team you think like went beyond expectations in this tournament. That kind of surprised you. We got two.
We got two as well.
That almost looks the same, the flag.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
Yep.
First one is Denmark, and the next one is Switzerland.
Danish Dynamites, man. That's definitely my choice.
Why?
Denmark.
Why you think?
I think the most surprising part is because they lost their best player.
Yeah.
But then they still make it all the way to the semi-final.
Yes. Everybody was writing them off after Ericsson got into a tragedy, right?
Okay,
Everybody was saying this one, their best player. I think they cannot. They scraped through, and then every game they put in a wholehearted performance. They were playing attacking football and all that, and they reached the semi-final. I was like, shoosh, the way they play.
And then lost unluckily to a dive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they deserve. To me, they deserve to actually go through, and they are perhaps the most surprising lah. Everybody was writing them off after Ericsson got not injured lah. He had the medical condition, right? So, but they perform. They continue performing. That's why the hashtag for Ericsson. They did it, man. To me, they should be proud. They should be proud of themselves. Yeah.
And for Switzerland, I think I was surprised that Granit Xhaka was playing very well. Maybe.
So whose fault is that?
That's why I find it surprising.
Is it because he was not playing in his natural position, or he could have been better if a better manager was there?
He's playing in the same position.
Oh, same position.
Same
So
position.
it's the manager's fault lah.
No, hang on. There are many factors, like for example, players and teammates.
So the other teammates no good lah.
Oh no, so I have a conclusion for this. That means Arsenal needs to buy Shaqiri.
What? Yes.
Right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, buy
Not worth it
Shaqiri.
lah, not worth it.
Right, Farid will agree with me. Arsenal needs to buy Shaqiri.
Not worth it.
But Shaqiri, not worth it lah. He can only last 20 minutes.
Not 20 lah, 70 minutes.
70 minutes.
70 minutes.
Oh lah.
Yeah. Look at his calf, man. His calf and my thigh same size.
See Farid already
Not worth it
laughing
lah.
at Shaqiri playing so well.
Liverpool want to push Shaqiri away.
I don't know.
No wonder lah you got
Nobody
agenda.
want to take lah. Don't take.
Got agenda you.
Take Shakira better.
Kanish saying Danish Dynamites, yep. Farid choosing Denmark. Farid, I think Kanish also choose Denmark lah, yeah. And Farid says Danish fans were damn power, loud and proud. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Better than the violent England fans.
You can see it's the reverse. Because their flag, the cross is red, white colour. Theirs is the terbalik, red colour and white cross. So Denmark.
Kanish shout out to Hungary, not bad.
Yes, I was saying this, right? Shout out to Hungary. Hungary actually has to, they have to be mentioned. They are in the group of death. Everybody expects them to roll over, but they drew twice against Germany.
I didn't.
No,
Portugal.
Yes.
Yeah, Germany and Portugal.
And
Portugal, France,
And France.
And France, yeah.
So they drew, and they were, and it was not because they were defending. I mean, they were defending lah, most of sometimes lah. But they
this why you must watch Serie A.
Hungarian players is there.
Why Hungarian players?
I mean, not just Hungary lah. There's also like you can also say North Macedonia also. It's also another surprise team.
Another surprise team. Actually,
How in the hell they got into the tournament?
Yes, this is another shout out to North Macedonia. This is their first Euro finals. Their first ever in the competition. And North Macedonia, out of all teams qualified,
I think they didn't win. They didn't get any points. I think they lost all their matches.
They lost all matches.
But I think they lost all the matches not because it's because they are not as good as the other teams. That's all, you know.
They were giving everything also.
Yeah, they were giving everything. Of course lah, you are in a big stage for the first time. Not always,
Wow.
it
So
doesn't happen always.
shout out to North Macedonia and Hungary actually.
Yeah,
Hungary
this Farid picking up a fight. Shark plays 70 minutes, also will score more than Arsenal players now.
That's why he has.
That's why what?
He should be a mentor to Saka on the right side.
Is it?
Yeah.
But Saka also we want him to leave actually.
Was it?
He's most probably
Excuse
joining Roma,
Give
right?
us lah.
Give
us Saka.
You want Saka? You want Granit
Yes,
Saka?
ask Farid.
Farid.
Saka. I don't mind, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Really,
With a good
Saka?
mentor, this Saka can
Most probably going Roma lah, I heard.
Is it?
Roma.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to Pandev with his amazing hairstyle.
Yes, Goran Pandev.
Really?
Who?
What hairstyle is that?
The North Macedonia striker.
Oh, is it the slick back one? The one like 10 tons of gel that one. Is it
10 times. 10 times.
10 tons of gel? It's like he terbalik, dip his head inside the gel, then set liao.
Made out of horses semen.
We are allowed to say that?
I'm not sure.
It's the last episode ni, doesn't
Last
matter.
episode, I don't care lah.
Screw it lah.
Anyway, we have come to the last of that. Pick your team and pick your players and all that. Thank you so much, Farid, Kanish.
Yeah, man. Thanks, James.
For
Farhan.
For joining lah. Yeah, so we have come to our finale episode.
Yep.
Thank you guys for being with us for all 7 episodes.
Yes,
the
man.
whole of Euro 2020.
Thank you. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for joining us for this
special.
Whole special Kiss My Badge special. But that doesn't mean that you won't see us anymore, because we will also be continuing our broadcast for BPL, and probably we will start to have some information.
We have to start watching Serie A.
Serie A. So hopefully you guys can still continue follow us, like follow, subscribe, and
please
share,
share, help subscribe if you think.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think that we are doing something good here.
Yep.
You know.
Soon, no. I think the transfer window open already, right? Open already.
It's open.
So basically, keep track of this. Alright, I think that after this tournament, this is where usually once the tournament finish, right, the price tag on the players and all that will be either increase or decrease, and that's where they are shifting.
Doesn't matter. Arsenal's budget never increase. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, that's why
from Wenger's time until now.
Yeah,
that's why for Liverpool also same. We need to sell then we can buy. So that's why take Sakiri, we
I
take
think
Saka.
now because of the pandemic, like clubs losing money. And all that.
That's the thing. No seats, right? That's why they are urgently trying to open up the stadiums back again, right? But to me, maybe not a good decision lah. The pandemic is still there.
Yeah, Farid says thank you Jas for buying him the Italian jersey.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why you never buy me?
I helped him buy. He pay money. I helped him to buy because he could not go out, so I helped him buy. Yeah.
So Kane say Mourinho is back in Serie A.
Yes.
So another reason to watch Serie A.
Correct, man.
Spinazzola will see him.
Spinazzola will see him. We already see him on the
Spinazzola
scooter.
Roma. So Saka can see him also.
Yeah, that's why Saka. He Saka. On the scooter all together, riding together.
I think Mourinho headache lah. Say now no Spinazzola injured.
The thing is when I'm talking about Saka, it's not Granit Xhaka. Not Granit Xhaka. Xhaka is going to Roma. Saka.
Oh, you want
I'm talking
Saka.
about Saka, not Xhaka. I want Saka.
You think we want to give?
That's why I'm thinking you leaving already, huh?
Serie A got player
Saka.
team of the tournament striker Lukaku.
Oh yeah, man. Lukaku is the team of the tournament. Yeah.
yeah,
Actually, we have to shout out to Lukaku. He's so
Farid
fast.
says Smalling will hate the sight of Mourinho. That's a good one.
He's the one that sold him.
Yeah. To Roma.
Mourinho is the one who sold Smalling to Roma.
Okay, Smalling, welcome back to the BPL. He might be.
I think he's trying to. He's having his nightmare now.
Small Dini. Can you say? Small Dini.
Oh, that's what I call him because he's performing very well. He is a very good defender.
He's very good in
Serie A. Yeah, that's the thing.
Farid say he ran from Man U. Mourinho follow him.
Maybe because Phil Jones is not there, that's why he's performing very well.
No lah, I think Mourinho throw him to Roma. Then it's like, okay, you go there, I come later.
Yeah, you pave the way for me. I join you later. I like this storyline also. Not bad. Quite funny. Yeah.
And also, thank you Azmi for livening up this Kiss My Badge special. I know you don't watch BPL lah. But when
and
you
he
said,
knows we don't watch CAR.
yeah, he knows.
But there is a good balance.
But he never give up on us, huh?
Yes,
he never give up on us.
Yeah. He
So
never
now-
give up on me.
Now
Now
I'm vindicated lah because the Italy team, most of them play in the Serie A.
this is a good
Yes,
point.
that's why I say I will stop saying Serie A is a Farmers League.
Yeah.
He's never was a Farmers League.
I never. Yeah.
I mean the first,
He's not convinced. He's still not convinced.
the first league you watch in Singapore is what?
The first league.
The first league that you watch on TV?
Yes, Serie A.
Serie A, right?
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
thank you very
That's
much.
true. Thank you.
The end.
That's true,
Yeah.
So, that and Road to Wembley.
Yeah, Road to Wembley.
That one different lah. That one is national team.
Oh, that's the
international.
Yeah, okay lah. Yeah, to me it's like okay lah. Yeah, Serie A. Watch out for Serie A. Yeah, all these players from Italy, they are playing.
So
there.
do catch us again
Yeah.
for the new season of BPL for Kiss My Badge.
Kiss My Badge
Thank you
BPL,
for all
man.
the support, and thank you Azmi
Yes,
for really
appreciate it a
helping
lot.
us a lot in the show lah.
Yes,
And thanks
this
for the
episode.
pizza.
Yeah,
Very important.
Very important. No lah. Actually, your presence here really during the
yes,
Euro
man.
2020
Yeah,
was awesome.
Insights and all that.
Maybe next year we can do again World Cup.
Who knows? World Cup.
Who
World
knows,
Cup.
man?
You guys-
Actually, if you guys want, let us know.
Yeah.
Right, and we try our best to cater to this. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone. This is the last broadcast of Kiss My Badge special for Euro 2020.
And
Anything that you guys...
See you for the new season of BPL and probably some sound bites from Serie A.
Campione!
Congratulations. Congratulations Argentina and Italy.
Germany.
Very quiet, huh?